Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Unnamed Mod Pack. Still haven't got a name, still had no suggestions. Maybe I'll have to have a little think about it and see what I can come up with, but I suppose really it's got to be goal orientated, and I'm probably thinking that the end goal will probably be trying to kill at least one Chaos Dragon. And if any of you guys are aware of Draconic Evolution, you will know that that is no easy task. Anyway, as you can see, I thought I'd start the video with a clip of me doing a little bit of mining, show you how I do strip mining so that you can sort of maximise your return at a shortest distance. And this world seems very plentiful. Managed to find quite a lot of stuff. There's lots of iron, not enough gold, but we're doing pretty well. Also in this clip, as you will see very soon, I had to try and go out and fight. And it didn't end so well. But then I managed to sort of pull it back a little bit. But the new PvP style, I'm still got to get used to it. And also the Endermen appear to be totally different. So as you'll be able to see, I found Endermen, so if you looked at it from that point of view, I suppose you could call it successful. But from a point of view of being successful, it wasn't. So I was looking around. The best way to find Endermen, I've always found, is to head towards the desert. Once you're in a desert, you can probably best to try and get up high. But I managed to find one pretty quickly on this. Or maybe you could say that it found me, but it worked from a point of view of being able to find an Enderman. It just didn't work from a point of view of me being able to kill him, because as you can see, he has just taken me right out, and that is not what I wanted. I really need Ender Pearls. So I went back out and look what I found. 3 Endermen standing right outside my house. I managed to kill one. Then thought, I'll try and kill another one. I was getting annihilated by him, to be honest, but managed to kill him and kill a zombie, and then went back home. Which brings us back here. So, as you can see, we've upgraded a little bit. Just caught a little side of the smeltery there. But we've also got the Tinker's Construct sort of stuff set up, which I thought was important because it just takes a long time to get the stuff together, and it's a little bit boring for you guys to watch. Sorry about that. Okay, so with the smeltery, very simple to make. Okay, I haven't actually got any more now, but you need just sand, clay and gravel. Mix them together and you make grout, which you can, or grout, however you want to say it, and then you put it into the furnace and it makes bricks, and then you can put this together, which I will show you again at another time, because this isn't very big, and I will want to have a much bigger one. I like a bigger one because you can do a lot more stuff at one time. Now, I'm not entirely sure why that's yellow, but I do know I'm missing my door. I had some creeper troubles, as you saw in the earlier clips. Yeah, they was kicking my bum. So yeah, with the smeltery, there has, as you can see, been a bit of an update if you know about it, Tinkers. Normally you can only output from these smeltery drains on one side. But now if you put them in as a corner block, you can output, I don't know whether you can do 2 different materials at the same time. No, you won't be able to do that. It'll be, you'll be able to make a block of iron and an ingot of iron at the same time. As you can see, I've put a few of these round because, I've managed to collect quite a lot of stuff. I've used a lot of iron. As you can see, I've got a lot of these iron chests. I went down when I was mining and found some lava. So I made a drum and collected some of that in there. Now, this is the other thing that they've updated, and I really like this. This is fantastic, in fact. If you put everything next to each other, as you know, when you used to put a Tinker's Construct crafting station next to a vanilla chest, you can access the chest from the crafting station, as you still can with this. But you've also got these tabs at the top where you can access every other part of the Tinker's Construct tables. And I think this is brilliant. It makes it so much easier to use. But another thing that they have done as well is stopped the auto updates of the weapons that you used to get. You know, like it would go through, and as you more and more that you use your tool, the more and more it would get modifiers on there, and it would also increase levels on the modifiers. That doesn't appear to happen anymore. When you craft the tools, each different material has different modifiers or different numbers of modifiers that you can add on, and you know it basically means that you have to think about things a lot more, because obviously before you would just carry on using your tools, they would level up, and sometimes you would get things that you didn't want, or some things you had got that you didn't even know existed. Then now you have to think about exactly what modifiers it is you want to put on there, because if you put the wrong things on there, I'm not entirely sure you're going to be able to take them off again, and you know it could be a pain. For example, I don't like the one that automatically cooks the ores. You can lose a lot of material from doing that, because with these smelteries, when you put an ore in there, you get twice as much in return. So if it already smelts it, then you only get one. So this is a good way of doubling your production of materials, which is why I've managed to put a lever stack of iron on there, which means I can now easily fix my tools. Another thing that seems to be different as well is, look at the size of that. I don't remember the cleaver ever being that big. I've got a feeling that they might need to sort of make that a bit smaller, because I don't remember being that big. Maybe I'll have to have a look and go back and see, because I don't remember that. But now, obviously I don't know how much you guys know about Tinker's Construct, but I think most of you pretty much know how it works. When you've updated to a tool forge, because before this you start with a little bit more of a simple version which doesn't have all of these options. But as you can see, this one's got the cleaver and the hammer and the shuriken. So all you need to really do is choose the weapon or tool that you want to make, and it shows you what materials you need to be able to make that. Then if you go to the stencil table, you can find those parts. Say it's a pickaxe head, you pick up your pickaxe head, and then you can come back to the part builder, and I always use cobblestone because it's plentiful and it's easy to use and get. So put the part builder in there, which then gives you the stone pickaxe head. You repeat that with all of the other parts that you need, and then at this point you actually need gold. As you can see, there's a plate in there at the moment for ingots, but what you would do is take that out, put your pickaxe head inside, and then obviously you need to have gold. I think actually that you can use cast. I saw these. Yeah, okay, so you can make it out of clay. I don't know, I haven't tried just pouring clay in there, but it also says that these, it doesn't actually say it on there, but I do know that they get destroyed. You know, you can only use them once, whereas the ones that you make with gold, you can use them over and over and over again. So as you upgrade your material that you want to put on there, at the moment this is iron, and obviously I want to get it to manulin, I can pour manulin into the cast that I used for the iron one, whereas if I made these I'd have to keep making them. So yeah, so you'd have your gold in there, or indeed your clay, and then you just click this, it will pour out, and then you get left with the pattern. As I said before, you can now pour any material into this and it will form. And then once it is formed, come back over to your Tinker's construction area and check your tool forge. Once you've got all of these parts corrected, obviously you click this again, and then you can put the parts in the right place and you end up with a pickaxe. Now this one, I've already started to modify it. As you can see, it's already got, if I put it to fix, I think it's easier to see it on here. Okay, maybe it's not, okay, but you can see I've put diamond on there. I've also got haster, which is obviously makes it faster. I think it's cheapskate. Why is it? I think it may be cheapskate because I think I upgraded this from a stone set, which are obviously rubbish. I'm pretty sure in the white chest there that there's a stone. No, I'm not sure. No, because it destroys it when you replace it. So it obviously keeps that trait. Now obviously there's another one on there that you might not be used to seeing, because again it's another new one, magnetic. So anything that you make out of iron has a magnetic trait. It's not an overly strong magnet. I don't know what it thinks I've just done there, but anyway, it's, as I say, it's not overly strong. Um, it's not overly strong at all. In fact, but when you're mining, as I do, it does actually help you out, and you don't end up with lots of stuff all over the floor. So let's put these back away. We don't need them anymore. I think that's us pretty much up to date with Tinker's Construct and what I know about it at the moment. Okay, so what I want to do now is start thinking about power. We haven't got any form of power generation, and I want to get started on enderio. So without pulsating iron, we can't start. So the first and easiest generator to make is, in this mod pack, the Stirling generator from enderio. So you need a furnace, a piston, basic gears, which is just wood and cobble. So have we got any cobble? I don't think we have. Okay, cobble is really extremely difficult to get. As you can see, we don't have many. Let's just, there you go, cobble. Oh no, I deleted my stairs. Oh, rubbish. Let's just chuck them back in quickly, because we need to be able to get upstairs. Okay. And we need some sticks. Have we got, so we can make some sticks. So, and let's make these gears. What the? Hopefully this is right. It's probably the wrong way around. Always is first time. I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that. Oh crikey. There we go. And we needed a furnace. There's the furnace. We also need a piston. Pistons are fairly easy to make as long as nothing's changed. I know most of these recipes. Piston. We also actually, while we're doing that, we need, I made some bricks, we need stone. That's not really the best place for that, is it? Let's chuck that in there. Okay, so back with this. That goes there. That goes there. There's a piston. Okay, so now we're just waiting on that stone. So with the pulsating iron, we need ender pearls. We'll use half of the ender pearls, and we need some iron, obviously. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. These don't take too long, but we need quite a few. So the easiest thing would actually be to make a chisel, but I don't have any diamonds, but we can make it out of iron. So I believe this should work. Let's have a look. We make a chisel, and then we should be able to chisel the cobble into the stone bricks required. I think it'll work with these. Let's see. Let's see, people. No, it's not happy with that. It always used to work. Is there another stone bricks? I thought I saw it then. Small bricks. Ah, well, there's something that's changed, because this used to work. Let's just try one more time. No, see, I like this new little option as well. This is JEI rather than NEI. I think it seems as they changed most of the big versions, they always update the different versions. There's been not enough items. Now there's just enough items. I think there was plenty of items. There's, you know, they just keep changing it, but it's basically the same thing. I'm not 100% sure whether it's made by the same people. I don't think so, because this one is different. But it does show, you know, before you even click on it, what you're missing, which really helps out. It also shows all of the different crafting implements that you can use to actually make this Stirling generator, which is good. I like it. It's good. It's a nice little update. As I say, as we're going along, further along this, I think we're all going to be learning things together, because I don't really know what I'm doing by the looks of things at the moment. Okay, so we've got our Stirling generator. Now these guys are, you know, when you first start them up, they're not very efficient at all. but you can update them. Well, you used to be able to update them. Let's have a look at the capacitors. Yeah, okay, so you still got the basic capacitor, double layer capacitor, and the octadic capacitor. Once you can get up to this, you know you can create very good, efficient machines. They work in most enderio machines. Excellent things, but they need vibrant alloy, and they need two double layer capacitors. The double layer capacitors need energetic alloy. To make the energetic alloy, it doesn't show you anymore. It's gold, glowstone, and redstone. To make the vibrant alloy, I think it's the energetic alloy and ender pearls. So yeah, we need to be getting on a little bit further on, but we can do this. Okay, so yeah, it uses coal. Where have I got coal somewhere? There we go. Can always get more coal, but that's fine. So we can start this up, and as you can see, it creates 20 RF per tick. There's roughly 4 ticks per second. So it generates a healthy amount, and it gets you going. And obviously you can create as many of these as you want, and the more that you put, you connect them all together with your conduits, and you can actually generate an awful amount of power. And you can store it in these capacitors, but I don't really generally bother with these capacitors too much. I might have to in this one. I normally use the draconic one, but I don't know yet. I haven't found a good way of getting draconium, so yeah, we'll probably have to go with these, which again are good. They're good enough to early mid game anyway. Definitely, there's one of them that stores 25 million, so yeah, that's a lot. So the next thing that we really need is the alloy smelter. Let's see what we need for this little kiddie. Okay, I think we can make all of this. We should be able to. Okay, gold nuggets. I can make gold nuggets. Easy. So click back on that, click back on that, click back on that. That's 4 basic capacitors. Then we need those, which we've got. Then we need that. Okay. We might as well make a few of those. We'll make all 4 because they're good. We're definitely going to use them. This furnace again. Oh, wrong button. Okay, and the cauldron, very easy. The cauldron is one of the main parts of the barrel. So, okay, and then we've got this. Okay, so plonk this little bad boy next to this one. Some of those, and we get our pulsating iron. And with our pulsating iron, we can start making our conduits, our item conduits, which means we can start making an inventory system, which is exactly what I'm going to do off cam. So I think we will leave it here. Again, guys, leave some comments in the boxes below, because we really need a name for this. It's really going to help us out. I think there's a lot of things going on with YouTube at the moment with a clickbait option, so some sort of silly name that helps with that would be really good. Anyway, guys, have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.